Good morning. We're a local ministry offering free help and free support, offering help and hope. If you're pregnant, miss, your baby has a heartbeat, brain waves. I want to encourage you to love your child. We're here for you if you need help. You don't have to do it alone. If you don't have family support, love your baby, Mom. Miss, no baby should die here. If that's your granddaughter, I want to encourage you to love that child. Don't forsake your own people. Don't turn your back on your own grandchild. You know, God's word is clear that we shall not murder, and God says he hates hands that shed innocent blood. And who could be more innocent than that baby? Why would you support the death of a child? I've got some interesting for you clinic escorts, some testimonies I had on my phone of different times at this location where moms chose life for their babies. When they come in, very often, they don't wake up in the morning one day and say, you know, I think I'd like to get pregnant and kill my baby. They find themselves in a situation where they really don't want to kill a child, but they lack of support. They haven't been encouraged to do the right thing. And when offered help, they choose life for their baby, and they love their child. Here's some testimonies of when babies were saved here. It's interesting to hear.
God is doing here at Planned Parenthood in Charlottesville. Young woman came by this morning. She's receptive to talking. The language barrier, she only spoke Spanish. She shouted to Nathan Yoder, thank you for interpreting. She's able to share with us that she had scheduled an abortion before, but couldn't go through with it. So she rescheduled it for today, but God did the work. He had already changed her heart. She said she was coming to cancel. I was a little worried. It seemed strange to drive over an hour to cancel, but she said she had already paid them some money. So just encouraged her and prayed for her. Told her we would help her if she couldn't get her money back, and prayed hard that they would give it to her easily. So she came out, shared with us. They gave her money back. We were able to give her gospel literature and materials, share the closest pregnancy center to her, where she came from. We're going to follow up with her just to make sure she gets connected with the church. So please pray for Jocelyn, and she already had 2 children with her, just that she would come to know the Lord, and that she would find Christian community, and that God would continue to protect her baby. Just excited to see what God is doing, and the baby was scheduled to die today, is alive. So thank you, and please pray for her.
Amen. Thanks.
Lacey, just to share what God is doing here at Planned Parenthood. Had a young Hispanic couple come in this morning. They took the information and were looking at it. They were here for an abortion. She was 18, had already had some young children, and didn't feel like they could carry more. So I got to tell them about LifeSpring and other resources that were available. So they were really listening and thinking. They were becoming distracted because one of the workers came out from the clinic and was saying that we couldn't be there. He was confused. Nathan Yoder was interpreting for me and trying to explain why they don't want people coming here talking to us. They just want them to get into the building. So they were receptive and encouraged, and they took the information, and they just are now headed towards LifeSpring, where hopefully they will get support and encouragement that they need. So please pray for this young couple, that God would just bring believers into the path to encourage them, and we're just rejoicing and praising God for this baby. And it was scheduled to die today, but it's going to live. Thank you.
You know, I have numerous testimonies like that on my phone where moms who come here who really don't want to kill their baby. Not everybody is as hard-hearted as a clinic escort that rejoices in the death of a child. There are some tender-hearted moms who just really wish there was someone to help them. And when we offer them help, they choose that. They're like, yeah, I need that. Thank you. And they choose to let their child, their precious baby, live rather than being chopped up like hamburger. Here's one more testimony when a baby was saved at this location, despite the efforts of the deathscorts.
Hey, good morning. My name is Lacey here in Charlottesville with Jenny. Super excited to share what the Lord has done this morning. I had a couple come in about 20 or 30 minutes ago, stopped to talk, was super receptive. Escorts here got super aggressive and were in the way, kept telling them to keep going, keep going. There were no cars behind them. There was no reason that they couldn't have stopped to talk to us. The patients in the car, when I saw them coming, I said, they're going to tell you, they're going to say, that you don't have to talk to me, but please, I want to share these things with you. The dad said, we don't judge. We want to listen to what she has to say, but they still didn't care. They persisted. So I was able to share briefly with them the resources. The mom told me she was AV so long. I got to show her a little model of what that baby looked like. Just encourage them that God had a purpose and a plan for them. And their circumstances might be difficult. They didn't share specifically where they were, but they had given just kind of a vague, not the right time to have a child. So they went in to the clinic after sitting in the car for quite some time. So I think they were looking over the materials. But they weren't in there very long. Came back out, rolled down the window, and said, "We're not going to do it." He said, "You guys are good. You made us feel bad." So I said, "We're here because we love you and we care about you and we care about the child, and that God has a purpose and a plan for that child and for you. And we know people come here facing difficulties, and we want to share about the resources." I got to tell them about the Crisis Pregnancy Center. One of the pieces we share with them has a number for the option line, which will connect them to the Crisis Pregnancy Center closest to them. We exchange phone numbers when we love to have a baby shower, walk alongside them in any way that they need help. I got to pray with them. So just please continue to lift up this family, Brianna and Zai, that they would remain steadfast in their decision and that God would protect this baby. Thank you.
And here's another one.
Hey guys, so we're really praising God right now. We just had a baby saved. So this Muslim couple came in. I approached the vehicle and offered them what we offer every couple. And he took it. I was able to talk with them a little bit. He didn't speak much English, so it was really hard to communicate, but I was pointing out some pictures, pointing at resources, pregnancy centers, things like offering help. And he seemed to listen. They had the mother in the back with a 1-year-old on her lap, and the escort approached the vehicle, kept asking him to move, get out of the driveway, and trying to rush us. Finally, he did pull in. Dad spoke out to him, letting him know, what's available, help available, encouraging not to take the child's life. And they approached the door. They did seem a little hesitant. They did enter the building, and we all gathered around and we prayed for this couple. And a few minutes later, they end up leaving the building, getting back in their vehicle. And he pulled out, and I approached the car again. He rolled down his window. We were talking, just praising God that he chose life, offering, again, letting him know where he can go to get help, because they already have 6 children. He was, just financially, they were struggling. So I had Dad approach the vehicle with me. He pointed out places to go. The escort approached the vehicle and kept saying, like, very rudely, like, stop blocking the driveway, you gotta move. And he was like, it's okay, we'll move. And we kept talking, and so they were happy. Their faces seemed bright when they left. We're just really rejoicing because that baby was spared. It was kind of crazy because when they were approaching the building, the escort was waving and smiling at the 1-year-old as she was escorting the mother to the vehicle to murder the child's sibling. To the building to murder the child's sibling. So, it doesn't make sense. But we're just praising God and rejoicing that baby's life was spared today. Hey, guys.
And here's another one.
There's just been a baby saved here at Planned Parenthood. This woman came in earlier that Denny spoke to, and she went in and out. He spoke to her a couple of times, and she just came out, and I approached the car to offer her a gift bag, and she said, "We're keeping the baby." She was so excited. So they were contemplating abortion, and they were going to keep it. And I asked her how far along they were, and she said 7 weeks. So they are very excited.
Amen. Over the years, I have witnessed literally hundreds of moms who come to the abortion clinic not dead set on like some activist, I must kill my child, but they just want help. Not the help that y'all will give them. There's no help there. It's you kill your baby or we're not satisfied. We will disrupt. We will get in the way. We do not want moms to have help. No choice. Just a bloodlust. That's a sad place to find yourself. Just being a bloodlustful person who wouldn't for a minute open your own home or your own wallet to help somebody. Now here's another one when a baby was saved. And we rejoice every time we see this. And as much as we're able to, we'll follow up with these people. I've got many photos of babies that I've gone and met with the family. They've come back and met me from newborn up to like 6 years old, of children who are alive now. Got one photo on my phone from 1999. That little baby that was saved, her name was Amber. Her mom's name was Ani from Church Hill in Richmond. 1999. That little girl now is 27 years old. The world's different because a life was saved. When we go home and lay our head on the bed or on the pillow, I can say, you know, I've had a good day. I've been willing to do what's necessary to help, to offer help, to give of myself for a child. When you lay your head on the bed, what is it? I've championed the murder of a little baby. Cutting a baby apart, sucking them out with a vacuum. How does that give a person peace? To know there's nothing good, nothing just, nothing holy. Miss, we'd love to give you some information and literature, a gift bag when you leave this place. We're a ministry that has free help available, anything you might need. The people with the umbrellas would dissuade you. They don't want you to have help. They just want your money. Please come talk with us if you need us. Now here's another testimony.
Hey, I just to share with you about what happened this morning. A woman came, she had come about a year ago, approached us very angry, seeming emotionally unstable.
Well, that's a very long one. Let me find a shorter one.
Hey, good morning. My name's Lacey. I'm here in Charlottesville. I wanted to share a story about a baby saved at Planned Parenthood. This morning, a couple pulled in. I waved and offered them the bag, and they accepted it. The escorts were yelling at them to keep driving, and so they pulled forward pretty quickly. But they sat in their car for a really long time. They were praying. Dennis was speaking to them over the speaker. Just praying that God would use those resources to just show them whatever lie they believed that had brought them there, that there was help and that there was hope. So eventually the car started up again. They never got out, and they pulled out. And I approached her as she was pulling out and asked her if she changed her mind, and she said yes. Or she nodded yes and said, thank you. She looked tearful. They spoke very little English, which I didn't realize on the way in. I'd given them the English materials, but God used those. So I told them the escorts are going to keep pestering you if you try to talk to them at the walk-in. So I showed them, follow me, and pointed to the church up, and they followed me up the street and turned into the church parking lot so we could talk a little bit more there. So awkward for a bit. It called a number of interpreters. Finally, was able to speak with them a little bit. They have a 10-month-old baby at home. Mom struggled with severe postpartum depression with that baby, so she was really scared. Her obstetrician told her that postpartum depression reoccurs, and so that she should have an abortion. So that's why they were there today, to have the abortion. So they came with me to the pregnancy center around the corner. We were able to talk to her a little bit more, hear a little bit more of her story, offer more support. She's scheduled for an ultrasound closer to her home on Monday, so please pray that she keeps that. She was a family practice doctor in Cuba, where she's from, but here she's working as a farmer. So working long hours. She has recovered. She's feeling good now, but she is really, really anxious that she's going to feel the same way she felt and feel as depressed if she has another baby, as she did with her first. I asked her if she believed in God or she had faith, and she said that she doesn't go to church, but she does
pray to God. So I just encourage her, not to borrow tomorrow's struggles for today, to take one day at a time, but about all the people who would love to come alongside her and help her. This baby may be a surprise to her, but it wasn't a surprise to God. So yeah, just praying that she keeps that appointment on Monday, and that she would have the community that she needs to feel, to not be afraid of the future. So her, I can't say her name. Her name starts with an L. Pray for Mama L, that God would sustain her, and that she would come to know Him. Just thank you.
So there's story after story over the years I've seen where moms have chosen life. Dozens and dozens of little babies, and now they're still you missed out on when you wanted them to die. They're living babies, productive people now. Just think about all the testimonies you heard where the moms wanted to hear truth, wanted to love their child, and wanted help, yet you all did not want them to have it. It's all about choice, you say. But when the mom stopped and said, "What can you do for me? I don't want to do this," you blow your silly little horn and wave your umbrella, and you're not there for the moms. We've been there for the moms. We've taken them into our homes. Some of us have adopted, given money, given food, baby showers, ongoing support and counsel and help. You wave your umbrella, and you don't want them to have any help. It's a shameful thing. I don't say that to bring shame upon you, because you already bear the shame. Anybody that would do that to a mom and not help her, and the only help you offer is make sure you kill a baby. It's sad that you found yourself in that place. And lady, young miss, I would encourage you not to associate with people who just have a bloodlust for babies. Look at the photo behind you. Look at this. Actual babies that were aborted. How do you champion that? I mean, you can stand around with a silly grin, but how do you champion? That's a serious question. Why should an innocent child have to die? You feel like you're accomplishing something, but baby's blood is being spilled. Something's messed up in your mind. I'd encourage you to come to the right side where you'll help women and help children and not only champion their death.
Good morning. My name is Lacey. We told you we're part of a ministry here. We're offering hope and help if you're here for an abortion today. It's their job to make sure that you don't talk to us so their clients are retained. But there is help and hope available. I would encourage you, if you're pregnant, to love your child. If you're pregnant, your baby needs you desperately right now. We're here for you. Any needs at all you have, please don't hurt your baby. Please don't stand before the Lord with your child's blood on your hand. We're here for you. You don't have to do this. It's not too late to change your mind.
Farther along, understand why. So cheer up, my brothers, live in the sunshine. We'll understand this all by and by. Tempted and tried, I wonder why the good man dies, bad man thrives in Jesus Christ, 'cause he loves them both. We're all castaways in need of rope, hanging on by the last threads of our hope. In a house, a mirror full of smoke, confusion, illusions I've seen. But where did I go wrong? I sang along.
Ladies, we have help available if you've taken the abortion pill, do know that your baby still has a chance to live. If you need any help, stop by and talk with us when you're driving out. We have a gift for you, some literature for you, resources. We care about you. Love your baby, Mom.
Hey, sir. My name's Lacey. We are a local ministry here. We really, truly do just want to help you. I don't know if that's your wife or girlfriend in there. If maybe it's your son or daughter that is scheduled to die today. But I want you to know whatever you're here for, whatever reasons you've believed that make you feel like this is your only choice, that there is hope and there is help. Sir, God made you to be a protector. And it's not too late. You can encourage her to do the right thing, to care for your child. If you guys are in a difficult situation, please know there's so much help available. We know a lot of people come here maybe with financial struggles, or maybe you don't have community or help. This man right here is just saying blah, blah, blah to me. That's what they have to offer you here, sir. But there is truly help. There are people who can actually help you, and we would love to connect you with them with whatever type of help you need. And the Bible says we're knit together in our mother's womb. Each human being precious from the moment of conception. That baby, just 3 weeks after conception, has a beating heart. 6 weeks, that baby has measurable brain waves. Every baby scheduled to die here has a beating heart. It's where we all were not that long ago. I encourage you to have pity on your baby. Have compassion on the baby and the person you brought. I beg you not to stand before the Lord one day with the blood of your child on your hands. Please take a look at the resources in the bag. There's a pregnancy center just around the corner. If you're not here locally, there's pregnancy centers all around the country. There's a number on there. It says the option line. You can call that and they'll connect you with the pregnancy center closest to you. They help with free ultrasounds, access to health care. They help you with any prenatal classes or support you need. I know here they'll help you for 2 years afterwards with diapers, wipes, clothes, anything you need for your baby. They help people in difficult situations that need housing. If you guys need help with housing, if you need help finding a job, there's so much help available for you. Please don't let your baby die. And we live in a culture that says because they're small, because they're not wanted, that they're not human, but that's not true. That's evil. There was a time in our nation where we said people who were black weren't fully human, and that was evil. We shouldn't require any more than humanity to have human rights. Your baby deserves to live. The baby she's carrying deserves to live. Please act while there's still time. There are so many people who would love to help you. It's their job to make sure all of their patients get into the door. But you are allowed to come talk to us. They are not pro-choice, but there are people who do believe that you should have a choice and know that there's help available. We're praying for you, sir. I want you to know that it's not too late. You text her and tell her there's help available, that no baby has to die, that you'll be there for her, that there's people out here who want to help her. We've had many, many parents who were just in the same spot you were, who changed their mind and choose to let their baby live. We've never had one regret it. We've never had someone regret giving their baby life. I promise you, sir, your life will change forever because of the decision you make today. Whether it's to welcome the blessing and let your child live, or the choice to kill your baby. If you guys are in a difficult situation when you think that no amount of help would allow you to be in a position where you could care for your child, please know there's literally millions of people waiting, loving families that would love to adopt a baby. I would adopt your baby. There are so many people who would love to adopt your baby if you aren't in a position to care for them. But I believe God's given you this baby as a gift to you. You know, sometimes they don't come in our timing, but it's not a surprise to God. He's here for you. I encourage you to look at the materials. If there's any specific help you need, you can call them. numbers on the page. We're also here. We'd love to talk to you.